live? We are now. Welcome to the regular Piqua City Commission meeting Tuesday, September 1st, 2020. Let us begin by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, if we can have the clerk call the roll.
Mayor Lee.
Here.
Commissioner Hines.
Here.
Commissioner Grissom.
Here.
Commissioner Pearson.
Here.
Commissioner Foat.
Here.
Next, I want to discuss that we have a couple proclamations for this month. The first one is a proclamation declaring this month as Gastroparesis Month. Gastroparesis is a chronic illness in which, according to the National Institutes of Health, affects more than 5 million Americans. And gastroparesis, or paralysis of the stomach, is a digestive motility disorder which causes those affected to experience debilitating pain, nausea, and vomiting, and can lead to serious complications such as malnourishment, dehydration, and extreme weight loss. It's important. 5 million Americans suffer from it each year, and we're going to declare this month as Gastroparesis Awareness Month. The second proclamation is a proclamation for Brightview Treatment Center. They had their grand opening yesterday. Brightview is expanded throughout the state of Ohio, bringing the evidence-based model of treatment to our city. It provides comprehensive outpatient addiction treatment center to those that need help the most. And Brightview's compassionate and professional staff create an accessible and welcoming environment for both physical and emotional healing. And as such, for their grand opening, we did a proclamation for their opening. And we'll make sure that they get that as well. All right. Next on our regular Piqua City Commission meeting agenda is the consent agenda.
2 items on the consent agenda tonight: the approval of the minutes from the August 18, 2020 regular Piqua City Commission meeting, and a resolution establishing trick-or-treat beggars night in the city of Piqua, which will be on October the 29th from 6 to 8 p.m., pending guidance and approval by the Ohio Department of Health.
And that is a Thursday, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda passes. And we're going to move on to new business. We'll begin with resolution number R-107-20.
A resolution approving the tax rates for the city as determined by the Miami County Budget Commission.
Ms. Holtzapfel will provide the staff report.
Thank you. This is a routine type of legislation that's brought before you about this time every year. We're requesting your approval of the City of Piqua's certified tax rates. These are used to levy property taxes for collection by Miami County in 2021. The mills before you remain the same except for General Conservancy, which decreased slightly from 0.18 to 0.17 mills. Overall, we're expecting collections to be higher by about $117,000 compared to what we collected this year. Approval tonight will allow for us to file that according to requirements with Miami County before the October 1st deadline, and also for the city to continue to receive property taxes, which are vital to the general fund and our day-to-day operations.
Okay. Any questions from the commission? Any question from the audience? Which I see we have 2 or 3 people in the audience this time. Any questions? I'm going to wait a second because we have a little lag sometimes with the Zoom. Okay. Then I'll accept a motion.
I'll make a motion to pass resolution number R-107-20.
A second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next is resolution number R-108-20.
A resolution authorizing a contract with Fifth Third Bank, JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A., U.S. Bank N.A., Park National Bank, and Mutual Federal to serve as a depository for public funds.
Ms. Holsapple.
Thank you. This is also a routine piece of legislation. However, it comes before Commission about every 5 years. State regulations within Section 135 of the Ohio Revised Code requires that depository agreements at qualifying financial institutions be in place prior to the city of Piqua depositing any monetary funds with them. Our current agreements with Fifth Third Bank, JP Morgan Chase, U.S. Bank, Park National Bank, which was formerly Unity National Bank, and Mutual Federal are due to expire on September 30th of 2020. We're requesting approval tonight to renew those agreements for another 5 years, which would begin October 1st of 2020 and extend through September 30th of 2025. This resolution simply allows the city the option to deposit funds within those institutions should we desire throughout that time period.
Okay. Any questions from commission?
I just kind of wanted to reiterate what you said. That doesn't mean we have any obligations to deposit funds. It just allows us if we see fit. Okay.
Correct.
And are these the only banks, because of the 5-year rotation, these are the only banks now, or?
Well, we currently set them up with the local banks, and that's first where we shop around for services and to invest. And then if there would become something outside of that, we can always come back to you and request someone added to the list.
Okay. All right. Any questions from the audience? Don't see any. All right. Since she doesn't see any, I'm going to request a motion.
I move that we adopt resolution R-108-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the last bit of new business is resolution number R-109-20.
A resolution authorizing the lease of city-owned real estate.
Mr. Smeezing will have the staff report.
Thank you. The proposed lease that you have before you this evening will allow for Rosebuds Ranch and Garden LLC. They do business as Rosebuds Real Food to occupy the 1,400 square foot tenant space located at 122 West High Street, which is located in the Fort Piqua Plaza. Rosebud's operations include preparing seasoning mixes and honey-sweetened fruit butters, serving beverages, salads, sandwiches, soups, and retailing other fresh local source food products. The purpose of their, the basis of their interest is their need for an additional space and to have a retail presence in the community. And this is well suited to provide them with an incremental step as they continue to grow as a business. The cafe space at Fort Piqua Plaza will allow for them to continue to expand their offerings and achieve their business goals. We've had several meetings and walked through the space on a couple of different occasions, and I think the prospective tenant is very excited about the opportunity and thinks it'll be a very good fit for their business. We also presented the proposal to the Restaurant Oversight Committee for the Fort Piqua Plaza, and they unanimously recommended approval of the lease at the same rate as we were leasing it previously, which is $750 a month. And this would be a 1-year lease term with the option to renew. The proprietor of Rosebuds is here with us this evening and can certainly add to to fill in some details.
All right. Commissioners, any questions?
I will say, as the commissioner that sits on that committee, I was thrilled because each commissioner has appointed somebody from the ward, from their different wards, and so we had all of the wards present in making this decision, and I was thrilled that it was unanimous, and that's exactly what we want. So we have citizens involved in making these decisions, and that it was a unanimous decision. I also will say that one of the things that was really important to us is that this is an established business, a business that has been in our community in the Dayton area outside of the state of Ohio as well. And so it has a long track record. And in light of COVID, bringing in businesses right now can be a little tricky, but we knew that this was an established business and one that would do very well in that location.
All right. I would be remiss if I did not ask, is there an end goal that says you guys want to move eventually to Zolo Marketplace? If you'd like to speak to that.
Do you mind if I take my mask off to speak? Is that okay? So yes, we have been in discussions with Gamble and Associates, the group that is working at the Zolo market. I guess you would call us the anchor market tenant that they are looking at in discussions of developing this project. We have long wanted a space in downtown Piqua. I'm actually born and raised in Covington, Ohio, but my life has led me to working in Piqua, first at Levy Concrete Construction, my family's business, and then several years, about 8 years, as Dan French's assistant at the French Oil Mill Machinery Company. In that time, I really learned what the community of Piqua was all about. I've seen it grow, I've seen it flourish, and I'd like to be here. So this space will provide us a stepping stone for a bigger market space that is being planned for the Zolo Piqua project. But what we're wanting to do in this space is not only help my business grow, we are wanting to reach out to those vendors of the farmers market, which is, I started at the Piqua Farmers Market in 2014.
Yes.
I want to help them grow as well. One of our eventual goals is a shared use kitchen, and that is one of the things that is we are working on with the Zolo project. There are so many small entrepreneurs that can't afford that startup of the large kitchen space. So when we come together, that makes it easier to happen.
Sure.
So what I can do in this space is get that started by bringing those products in to offer them for sale. Many of those products were basically going to move the farmers market inside for the winter,
Love it.
and then they would additionally be back outside, for the summer. I'm not looking to take away from the farmers market because that is where my heart is and where I started. So that's what we're hoping to achieve.
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Yep.
All right. Any other questions from the commission? Any questions from the audience? We'll wait.
Okay, sure.
I do think that's great, though. I've heard such good things about our farmers market.
me
And to
too.
be able to carry it on through the winter is just
Oh,
Yeah.
something that would be.
So I still need to reach out to a lot of those farmers market vendors. I have not contacted them about it, but it's something that as a member of the market for many years, we all, it's like, okay, the farmers market is over. What do we do? What do we do now? I haven't reached out to them too much yet because, I wasn't sure it was going to happen.
I'm
So
sure you're going to see them.
Yep.
Well, and I will say another thing we talked about with the committee, the fact that Amber is very connected within the entrepreneurial community of
Yes.
other people who are doing startups similar to what you did
Right.
out of your kitchen at
Right.
once. And so in light of the fact that, your end plan is the Zolo building, if it's next year, the next year, who knows
Right.
when that's going to happen, but that you could possibly be that connection for who then comes in after you
To
move
take my
over
space.
there.
Or you may
Exactly.
decide to keep it.
Yeah.
You never know. It
Right.
may be that big.
Well, so yeah, I believe we're already a little bit bigger than,
Yes.
so that's why I have not pursued the space before. But the space, it will work. I have no doubt about that, and I'm thoroughly excited, and I need a space now. We're getting into the holiday season, and my business is as much online as it is locally. Our products are at Sunset Meat Market. They're at Heron's Market. They're at many places in the Dayton-Cincinnati area. We are a vendor at 2nd Street Market as well. But we're also reaching out to producers of grass-fed meats. We have provided seasoning mixes for over 6,800 pounds of meat for a grass-fed farm in Roanoke, Indiana. So we're growing quite a bit.
You
so,
are.
Yeah.
I love
yep.
it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you very
All right.
much.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, commissioners, if there's no further questions, there was none from the audience. I'll accept a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number R-109-20.
Second.
All moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Welcome. No, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations, and look forward. I'm gonna come down and visit. I will. All right. Next on our agenda is public comment. This is an opportunity for citizens to address the city commission regarding agenda items, issues, or provide information. Comments are requested to be limited to 5 minutes, and specific questions should be addressed to the city manager's office. Do we have public comment? Okay.
Am I good?
You're good.
Hi, Jay Roman, 406 West High. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Just got a couple things I want to put out there to you guys real fast. Has there been any discussion, or is there any plans of discussion, or any thoughts about the possibilities of bringing a Dora district to Pickwood at all?
Bring it what?
Dora.
Dora.
Gary, we talked about that, but that's later on, right?
I think the intent is to possibly look at that later, once some facilities develop in the riverfront.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tip just approved one, choice didn't go through.
Did you hear that, Jay?
Yeah, I was just waiting to make sure that was it. Okay, all right, cool. Just kind of update you guys on some of the things that I've heard on my end. The last month, there seemed to have been a lot of estimates that I've been contacted about when it comes to utilities. I don't know what's up with that, but I know me and Mr. Folk kind of discussed this, but has there been any updates on when the software is going to be ready for the meters? Because I know that's something we were talking about probably around this time last year as well. And I know the original plan was around the 1st of 2020 that was going to be fixed, but obviously that's not the case. So has there been any updates on that at all?
The answer would be yes. Ms. Holtzapfel just talked to me about it this week, and I'll let her share the latest status to that.
We've been in contact throughout, but with COVID, they have had difficulty in terms of bringing other clients up. We will be in line shortly. The contracts are due to us within the next 2 weeks to further that development. And right now, the UBO part of it has a significant, it's very significant because we have custom because of the electric, and that's the part that's held it up so far. But in talking with them, they're assured us that they can do the upgrade with the current equipment that we have, and that they would be hoping to complete that sometime in the early part of 2021, first quarter, I'd say. Now, that's all dependent on how we can get it in place and test it, and what happens with COVID, because they are working under extreme conditions as far as staffing goes right now. So
sometime
in
about March of
2021.
2021.
Yeah, we're all hoping for it. In conjunction to the question that he asked about the estimates, you will see estimates, because during this time, we had sent out notices to everyone. If you have a meter that we can't read that's inside a house, we have left door knockers or cards that you can give us the reads, but we're not necessarily entering properties because of COVID. So if our customers are not providing those reads, then the only alternative we have is to estimate it, and it's based on the previous year's usage. So that's why currently you will see some estimates higher than perhaps last year when we could read them.
All right, Jay, you still up?
I'm sorry, the YouTube stream audio has been kind of messy. But the only thing I didn't really hear was the date of when that's expected.
March of 2021.
Okay, all right. And then a couple extra things, and then I'll let you guys go. I wanted to highlight the Save Our Children rally that happened over the weekend here in town and all over the state of Ohio. Talking with Charlene Blair, she's been kind of doing all that stuff. And I didn't realize this, but Ohio was number 4 in the entire country for human trafficking. And I really think that the people that's doing that here in town, the Save Our Children rallies, really need to be recognized. And more than that, I want to thank Brittany Van Horn for being so awesome when it comes to the Zoom chat. She's been helping me try to get the information out there. So thank you very much to Brittany. And also, lastly, I kind of want to thank our police department. I've seen a lot of good stuff coming out from, how they're trying to support the community right now. Actually, a little bit ago, I saw a post of one of our officers on the street, and they stopped at a lemonade stand. I got some lemonade from some of the kids out there. Man, we're real lucky to have the police department we do. So I just wanted to say thank you to them and all the hard work they do. But that's all I got. Thank you guys very much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
All righty, thank you very much. Appreciate your input.
Zach Millie, 5 Carter Street. And I just got a question about the bike path that intersects the Block 9. When's that going to be fixed? And also the bike path bridge.
The bike path bridge, when it's going to be fixed, and the intersection at Lock 9, when will those be fixed?
Well, one of the things that we're working with a company to get some estimates on what it's going to take to repair the bridge, to remove some of the wood timbers off of that. Hopefully we can get concrete instead, and that's the ultimate desire. As far as the connection point there, that's going to have to come with the next phase because there's a lot of difference in the topography, and that's going to be part of the future phase that happens there. That was disrupted because we replaced a storm sewer line in there as part of that Phase 1 project.
Okay. Did you get that, Brian?
Yep. Thank you.
Did you have anything else?
That's it.
Hey, thanks for hopping on here and talking to us. We appreciate you. All right. If there's no more, did we have any questions
No.
that were sent in? Okay. All right. Then we'll next move on to the city manager's report.
Nothing from me tonight.
All right. And then I guess I will start at this end with commissioners' reports with Commissioner Hines.
The only thing I have is a congratulations to Coach Bill Neese and our Piqua High School football team for their wonderful win against Troy this past Friday night. It was a great game. It was wonderful to see the kids out there playing, and wonderful weather as well. So wonderful way to start off our football season, and to win against Troy. Wonderful thing to do. I also want to give a huge shout out to our cross country team. My son runs cross country for the high school, and they've been doing very well as well, especially our junior high boys who have placed first at both of our meets, and we've had 2 meets so far. So a huge shout out to those young men, and excited to see those junior high runners and what they will provide. It's the 8th grade, especially what they will provide for us as we move into cross country in a year. So that's all I have.
Nice. Commissioner Grissom.
I don't have much tonight. I do want to say thanks to the Parks Department and working with them, especially during this fall season. I love it going out. Me and my wife like to take walks out there, and it always looks so beautiful and well kept. Just wanted to say thanks there. And I liked how Jay brought up about the Save the Children. I know with young children, that's something that definitely is of concerning to us, and any awareness that gets brought, I think that's a good thing. So I agree with Jay on that, to give thanks for anybody that's trying to help bring awareness there. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Commissioner, you're up.
I wanted to wish everyone a safe Labor Day weekend. I know it's the first of many till the end of the year. And the other item is the farmer's market, which is Thursday night from 3 to 6. The sweet corn is out of this world. It's delicious. I hope you get down and can get some of it. Thank you. That's all.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, Commissioner Foat?
Yeah, really don't have a lot to cover this evening. One thing that I would like to say is thank you to the city staff that got out and done the pressure washing on the sidewalks. I actually had a chance last weekend to have a meeting with a few organizations from downtown, and they brought up the tree issues and the birds that we see in downtown throughout the year. And you know, seeing the city staff down there pressure washing the sidewalks for one, the business owners and also the citizens to be able to walk down through downtown and not have to worry about stepping in the bird crap, for lack of better terms. I do appreciate the staff, Gary, so if you could let them know. That's all I have for this evening.
All right, well, I want to wish everybody a safe Labor Day. It's coming up. Enjoy it and relax a little bit. I mean, it's a day off, and we want people to relax because they've worked all year. I also want to thank the Piqua Police Department for the many things that they do and the services that they're out there providing. I also saw the Facebook post about the lemonade stand and the officers standing there and supporting them, and I just thought that was wonderful. I mean, in light of all the bad stuff that people are saying and defund the police and all that stuff, I'm very happy that our police represent us very well, and they do a great job. So thank them. I tuned in to the Piqua versus Troy football game. I don't have any kids that go out to Piqua High School this year, this year, but I wasn't able to get a ticket, but you could see it, and it was awesome. I mean, Coach Neese, wonderful job. High school players, thank you very much. You're doing a good job, and there's some really good athletes out there. And way to represent and break that streak that they had going on. And if you haven't registered to vote, please register to vote. It's an important election. I don't care who you vote for. I just want you to register to vote so that you are represented and your voice is heard. And Gary, what do we know about Christmas on the Green this year? Are we any plans for that or anything?
Well, at this point, the festivals and so forth are still prohibited by the state. So that is as much as I can tell you at this point, unless something changes.
Unless something changes, okay. I would like to plan, is there a contingency plan in case it does change?
A contingency plan for,
So that we can go ahead and have it in case it changes.
well, that's a Main Street project.
Okay.
And I presume that they would be ready to have the event in case anything changes from that standpoint.
Well, I'll get with them. And at this point, I don't have anything else other than that. And we are going to adjourn to go to executive session. So I will need a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So move.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Until next time.
I just went with Lorna on some of those. And
Hey, Chris, we have talked about that in Main Street in our meetings, and
Want to do it still?
at this point, we're kind of on hold to see kind of how things go, because with that and like the horse parade and different things like that, it's just so hard to say. But there has been some conversation.
We don't have to do it down Main Street. We can do it other places, though. We could have it